Hello and welcome to Scott's Adventures. You may have watched our three-part series of going to Pinnacles, which was really fun. We had a great time. And we spent 3 days in the van living at the campsite, which was pretty cool. We really enjoyed doing that. It was great. Sleeping was nice. Hanging out, cooking, everything worked really good. But what I thought I'd do in this episode is go over what you do like if you're having a trip coming up. So everybody knows once you get back, you clean out the van, dirty clothes in the washer, clean out the refrigerator, sweep things out. So we don't want to do that. But let's say you're excited and you're getting ready for your next trip. And what kind of things would you do to get ready for, with an RV? So let's show you that right now. So a couple of the things that you want to do is first thing you want to do is check your propane. We have plenty of propane. We're full. I filled it up before our trip last time and I don't think we used very much. And then we check the gray tank. That's at a half. So we want to dump that. And then our water, let me show you the water over here. This nice little light. And the water level, once you turn on the light, the water level shows way down here. So we need to fill up the tank with some water. We have what's called a cassette toilet. So we don't really have a black water tank. It's a 5-gallon cassette. And I'm going to show you how we empty that in a minute. But first of all, something we learned that is very important is there's a little green square indicator down there. And that's the level indicator, which I didn't know we had. And when that turns red, that means that it's full and it needs to be emptied. We didn't pay attention to that. The water level got above what it should be. It was full. And so when I pulled out the cassette, the waste came spraying out all over and it was quite a mess. So I had been putting the liquid down there, but we got some of these. They're kind of like pods that you would use in your washing machine or dishwasher. And it says just drop in and septic tank, holding tank. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I have one of the pods. I'm just going to put it down there, give it a flush, and then give it some water. So just some water down there. And I think that's ready. And we took some time to clean the shower and the toilet a little bit when we got home. So the cassette toilet has some advantages and some disadvantages. I think it works pretty good in a small RV like this, but being only 5 gallons, I'm not sure it would be the best for a bigger RV. So let me show you closer. So you just pull up on this blue, pull the whole thing out as a handle. You can kind of carry it like that. And that's a little bit. And then you have this hose. You take this off and then you dump it like that. So this kind of has the liquid in there that I was just putting in. Ooh, and it stinks. It stinks, so we need to clean that out a little bit. You can see in here a little bit. Even though I wiped it out and we cleaned it out with some wipes, it stunk when I pulled it out there. So I need to clean that again. And I think I'm going to spray this off as well and kind of leave the door open to dry. So I don't really want to spray water in here because then I'd have to sop up all the water out of it. There's no drain. So it's really not supposed to be overflowed. I've noticed. So I'm just gonna have some 409 and spray it in there, and then I'm just gonna wipe it down with this rag. And then I think I'm just gonna leave that door open like that, because it does have a rubber seal, so it's kind of designed to seal in here. So if any water gets in here, it gets pretty yucky. So I'm just gonna leave that door open maybe the rest of the day and let it air out. While we've got the hose out, let's wet down the front and let it soak so we can scrub off all the bugs and stuff, and we'll clean the front windshield. But for right now, we'll just kind of let it soak. Fill the main tank with water. I think it holds 25 gallons, something like that. So you have to put this piece in there first to regulate the pressure, to make sure that you don't blow out all of the fixtures and stuff with too much pressure. And then just hook the hose in here. Normally, we have it set up for dry camping, which is white down, blue this way, and these two up. We're going to do city inlet to tank. We're going to fill up the tank. So we're going to turn this to green, which allows the tank to fill up. And then when the tank is full, there's an overflow that goes underneath the van that will tell you that it's full. You can also look at the gauge inside too. Oops. We didn't get that right, did we? Yeah, I forgot to put the blue down, and I didn't have that quite tight enough, but I tighten that up, move that down, and it's filling up nicely. And I don't know whether you can see that. This line here is kind of going up, and of course when it gets to the top, then we're full. And we should be getting close. What we'll do is we'll look under the van and I'll see if it's leaking out. Okay, so we're overflowing, so we're full. So we're going to detach the hose. And our pressure regulator. And then we will switch it back to dry. Where's dry camping? Dry camping over here. So we'll put the blue here and the green up. And there we go. And then I'll sop up a little bit of this water and then we'll be done. Boy, these bugs are really on there. It's gonna take some elbow grease. One more time. Then I like to drain the gray water into a bucket, kind of like this. Like, takes a little bit of time, and then I dump it on my lawn and use the water to water my plants and lawn and stuff. And then what you can do is sort of back flush it. Cleans up the drain pipe too. Goes into the tank. And then we can just let that drain out. And we're done. Put the cap back on and everything's nice and clean. Okay, so of course we'll want to go to the gas station and fill it up with gas. And then one of the things to do is check the tires. And some vans have a tire pressure monitor system, and but it sometimes is a good idea just to double check. And don't forget some Matchlight charcoal and a bundle of firewood. I like to keep it in this box to keep little pieces from falling all over the place. But we'll have to stop and pick some up. One thing I'd like to fix that really isn't part of normal maintenance is this bezel that keeps falling off of the heater vent. I'd like to try to fix this once and for all. So they have this hose down here. Instead of having the hose stick through the wood so you can get like the full thread in there, it's just like loose in there, and the diameter of this hole is smaller than the diameter of the tube. So I guess I would have to like cut this out and pull the tube through, which I guess I could do, but I don't know. That seems like I don't know why they don't do that. And then you could get the full, but now you put it all the way in there and it doesn't engage the threads until it's almost, you know, all the way in there, which is really dumb. So now it's a challenge of trying to get this thing to sort of screw in like it's supposed to. You have to hold it at just the right angle. I'm going to make a huge mess and try to put some more glue in here. Try to work the glue into the joint. God help whoever has to remove this. I think that's just about it. So, hope this helped. The next time we hit the road, that's what we'll be doing. And we'll see you next time on Scott's Adventure. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.